quite a beautiful afternoon wherever you're watching us. My name is Akim Ogumiladi, and I'm welcoming you on another exciting episode of your Fortnite Talk Show. And this episode of the Spotlight is a very special edition, especially in the sense that we are having people from different parts of the world as my guests. First and foremost, I want to use this medium to say thank you to all our followers, our listeners, our viewers, wherever you keep tab with us on this program, The Spotlight. And for people just joining us for the very first time, whenever you're watching, I want to say thank you also for being a part of the show. Spotlight Talk Show is that educative, entertaining, as well as enlightening talk show where we bring to you trends, politics, lifestyles, fashion, entertainment genres, information that really matters. And we bring to you thought people in the community that discuss about trending issues that would be of benefit to the community. Once again, my name is Akim Okumiladi. I'm going to be your host in this beautiful episode, as usual. And this episode, I need to let you know what you'll be expecting. On this episode of the show, we'll be talking with the president of Eco Club International and the chief liaison officer of Eco Club International. The reason we're bringing these people to you on this beautiful episode is because we they have been doing a lot in the community globally, I would say, and a lot of people don't know about Eco Club. And I ventured into research recently, looking at, looking into the positive humanitarian gestures they've been able to do since their onset as a community and the impact. And I was like, wow. On this episode, we'll be asking them a lot of questions about their projects in the past, what they stand for, and not just that, their incoming project that a lot of eco people will be benefiting from. So stay tuned. Keep your fingers crossed. Don't go nowhere. We'll be taking our first break, and after the break, we will be having in the studio with us our guest on this episode of The Spotlight. All right, welcome, guys, wherever you're watching us. It's such a pleasure. Like I said, I'm not going to be alone in this episode of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome in the studio formally Dr. Okay, I'm going to start with the president, Olurio Kubambam himself. Honorable Sahid Olushi is the president of the Cook Club International. He's our special guest in this special edition. And also we have Honorable Dr. Motayo Muyemi. He's the chief liaison officer, Eco Club International. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this beautiful episode of the show, The Spotlight. I want to especially thank you about the whole theme. Despite your busy schedule, you made time for this, and here we are. And I want to say thank you so much. So we'll be starting this episode by people want to know you. We want to meet you people individually. Let's start with the president of Eco Club International, who is Honorable Chief Sahid Oshi, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akim Ogunmulade, for having us today. I will just tell you briefly about Eco Club International. Let me start by saying my name is Honorable Chief Said Olushi, and I'm currently, the president of the organization. To the glory of God, Eco Club International is an organization that has been in existence for about 22 years now, and primarily, as we will get into it, further down during this session, primarily what we do is we come together as Lagosians and we give back to the community wherever we are locally, but with a primary focus for Lagos State, because as Yorubas will say, Ile Ona ni Abosimioko. So we do that regularly. So I will keep it on. I'll keep a lead on that for now until you venture. But thank you very much for having us today.
All right, thank you so much. That's you've had it all, and thank you so much. Let's meet Honorable Dr. Omotayo Ogunyemi. Sir, could you just walk us through about who you are and maybe a brief about what you do with Eco Club International?
Thank you, Mr. Akim Ogumalade. Again, my name is Honorable Dr. Omotayo Ogunyemi. I'm one of the executive members of Eco Club International. My office focuses more on liaising the organization with other entities, other businesses, and also Lagos State governments. I have a strong passion for helping others, especially when it comes to helping community that have been underserved. And as my role as the liaison officer is to focus on what ECI can do, especially in Lagos, to enhance some of our projects that have always been established and implement new ones under the wings of President Olushi, and also to see how we can strengthen the connection between Lagos State government and ECI and be able to help those who we have at home. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that brief introduction there, Dr. Um, Omotayo Ogunyemi. Okay, so let's start the conversation. Moving forward, the questions will be different, and I'll be addressing you people individually. So, from the president, Honorable Chief Sahid, let's look at it from the perspective that we want to find out more about Eco Club International. You'll be doing a lot of talking about that, and also we want to find out one sensitive thing, which is I see that Eco Club International has over 25 diasporan chapters, and we want to find out how did you pull this through? And the third question, I just wanted to walk through them together simultaneously, is what are you they what in terms of years of existence of the organization, what what number are you as a president? Are you the fifth or the sixth or the fourth or the second? Would like to know that. Those three in one question to start the conversation this evening.
Thank you again, Mr. Akim Ogunlade. The organization started in the year 2000 by a few friends and brothers who are passionate about, leading the effort to give back to our communities in Lagos. I think it started with about 5 chapters. And over the years, because of the positive impact of the projects that we execute in Lagos, a lot more people have gotten to know about the organization and have identified with it. And just like you said, currently we are at 25 chapters, active chapters, by the way. And our organization is a global organization, which you can say started as a social organization. But quickly after the effort started, we realized the need for us to be incorporated as a nonprofit. And we have been, Eco Club International has been a nonprofit organization since the year 2000. And it's a very simple thing. When you have a product that's marketable, it's good to have, jingles and advertisements. When people see that you're doing something that's impactful positively in the community, they will want to be a part of it, especially as Lagosians, because we're really passionate people when it comes to Lagos. And that has been one significant factor that has helped the growth of the organization. As we speak, we are a global organization with chapter in Canada, in Europe, that is our Eco Club London, and about 23 chapters across the United States of America. So we're really a big organization. Talking about the presidents that have served the organization, I'm going to start, just spewing out their names. so that, you know, in another way, we're also giving them a homage. The initial first president, founding president of blessed memory was Alhaji Ganiu Daudu. After Alhaji Ganiu Daudu, Attorney O.J. Lawal became president. Attorney O.J. Lawal is currently with us. He's an active supporter of what we do. After Attorney O.J. Lawal, there was Aremo T.J. Abbas. Aremo T.J. Abbas is also one of our pillars in the organization that, you know, everywhere we're going is right there with us, pushing forth. After Aremo T.J. Abbas, we had Alhaji Zainuddin Popola Omoeleha. He is currently in Lagos in preparation for the upcoming project that's coming up next Wednesday that the CLO will talk about. And after Alhaji Popola, there was Alhaji Bisi Gaji, who also served as president. After Alhaji Bisi Gaji was Dr. Larry Ojo, who served as president while I supported him as vice president. And now, since 2021, I've been president, and this time will continue until the end of 2023. So if we are putting a number to it, I think I'll be at number 6, somewhere there.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Wow. Honestly speaking, this is really, really a very good news. And I also spent time doing further researches about the organization, and I realized how rooted, how founded you people have been able to positively impact in Lagos State. And at some point, you know, I had my reservations. We're going to get to that point. But meanwhile, let's ask Dr. Omotayo Oguyemi the next question. I understand that. Oh, okay, I'm going to need a clarification. Like, by your portfolio is the liaison officer. Is it a global liaison officer that works with all the chapters, or for just that in your place of residence?
Actually, as a liaison officer, my main focus is Lagos, which means any activities that goes on in Lagos, anything that ECI want to do in Lagos, more of ECI representative in Lagos.
Awesome. That takes me to the key question, and I see that you are actually the right man, because you are also servicing all the chapters, right? Like, for example, if any chapter from Europe or Canada was to do something, definitely, because you are it's going to come through you in terms of impact in the community, right?
Correct. If they're doing anything in Lagos that ECI is involved in it, or if they run into any issues apart from just activities, let's say, for example, one of our members having challenges with housing and they want ECI to help, I'll be the contact. Then I will see how we can provide help. Let's say they're having issues with the government, or they're trying to do a paperwork for their housing properties or for their lands or any other sort of stuff that deal with the government. Then they will call me. Then I'll see how I can provide help for them.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. So that means, once again, like my next question is very, very. You are the best person to respond to the question. So now let's look at that. In terms of your humanitarian gestures and giving back to the people of Lagos State, how far would you rate your objectives, your visions to being fulfilled in terms of delivery to the people of Lagos State?
So I would say one thing that I know that we have done good from all our activities is that after every activities, we go back as a group, we reassess what was done, see where we went wrong, and area of accomplishment. And so far we've been doing so well that anything that we learn as an area of improvement in one project, we carry it over to the next project. So as a team and as an organization, we've been very successful in helping people.
Great. Thank you so much for that very prompt, the way you answered it. Now, back to Mr. President. When we look at a structure of this nature, whereby you have chapters in different parts of the world, there are time differences, there are different kind of, in as much as you have your own corporate objectives, but you're dealing with an array of different mindsets, different people, different theme, different now, Mr. President, how in terms of the organizational structure, like what we are discussing today is indirectly documenting the success story of this organization. I want to ask you, like, how what has been the rationale, the secret. How are you people making this work? And all Lagosians in diaspora are beginning to get connected, and the response is very fantastic. Like, I understand that in Canada, where we're transmitting from, I know the passion, the bond between the Eco people and everything. Like, what's the secret? How are you people pulling this success story so far? Like, could you educate us on what it has looked like in terms of the success side of the story?
Thank you again for your question. Let me speak to the issue of structure. The way we operate right now, that we have operated since the beginning, that has worked for us, is for individual chapters to be independent to the extent that they have their own operations, they have their own constitution, and they can execute projects independently. Now, that is talking about 25 different chapters. Now, you can imagine when 25 viable chapters who, have a hand of what, they do, who are able to impact their communities. Imagine when the 25 of them come together. That is ECI. And that is, multiplying that success, the effort, and of course, the positive outcome that you've seen over time that is so attractive to people. And as we speak, we have about 2 more chapters that are on standby to join us. One is in the United States, another is outside of the United States, who will announce their names as soon as they've been admitted. They are going through the process right now. Now, the national body that both of us represent here today are derived from the chapters. The chapters will send their representatives to contest for elections and be appointed or elected to offices at the international body. And then we also have a lot of committees, so to say, standing and other committees that help to, carry forward the work of the executive body. So whatever the body has as an agenda, the committees help them to implement it. And, it looks good. We feel good about the success that we've recorded so far. And it's really working for us.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. President. This is it's not very common. I understand a lot of organizations that are even state driven, like their basis like an association from the state. They don't actually connect globally, so that's why I'm looking at, like, I think other states might have to come and understudy how Lagosians are doing these. The connection. I understand recently people had I don't know if that was a convention in the United States, and I knew a lot of people from Canada, happily, traveled down. It was fun and everything. Okay, let's. I'm going to take one more question before we go on our first break. Then, after the break, we're going to go into the business of the day. But that question is going to be directed to Honorable Dr. Omotayo. Dr. Omotayo, when you look at it, I believe something, I know something that a lot of such diasporan portfolios, even from my experience with other states, are kind of politically driven. Like, at the end of the day, you got to find out somebody who was these in diaspora, eventually get some to become a commissioner or something. And how would you say like to what level of personal sacrifices would you say the connection has been within people in diaspora, that they are actually selflessly doing all this to develop Lagos State as a whole?
So thank you, Mr. Akim. I mean, it's really funny you asked that question because there's one area that always bring back memory for me. Going to the medical mission, I took a step back and look at the members working in providing services to people in Lagos, the underserved population. And I can see people, our members that are 60, 65 years old, sweating. Some of them have not gone to lunch, but they see that there's still a lot of people on the line that we still need to provide medical care for. And they stick to it. And even though they're sweating, they're hungry, but they want to make sure that everybody that is on the line is being served. And that shows that the passion in them, it's not because they want anything from the government. It's not because they want position. I mean, most of them have been through their career 30, 40 years, retire in the United States, and going back to now serving people, working like somebody that has been paid for, even though they are doing this stuff for free. That tells you a lot that these people are not here to showcase themselves or to see how they can get something in the government. And looking at that, that actually increased my willingness to want to do more for the organization. Seeing my fathers, people that are way older than me, doing something, giving back to the community without expecting nothing back. For me, people first, and everything else can come after. But as an organization as a whole, as a liaison officer, my goal is to people and for us to serve the people. Thank you, sir.
Oh, awesome. All right, thank you so much, Doctor. Honestly speaking, for when I moved to Canada, 5 6 years ago, I realized something that was lacking back home. That's our sense of volunteer, like giving back to the community. And I think it's something that over time the government should look into these, maybe through educational syllabus. Here in Canada, we place a lot of premium value on volunteer services and giving back to the community, but that attitude is not really. So I'm not surprised that by going by what you said, it's very very possible. We like once you're here now, like we people are selfless. We want to give back to the community, and I'm hoping that someday Nigerians will get to that point where to understand the power of giving back to the community. Once again, I want to say thank you guys for being a part of this show. We're going to take our very first break. It's a very short break. And after the break, we're going to be back and we'll start talking about the forthcoming program, which is a deal breaker for me. I really want to know a lot about it. And I want to see how, testimonies of how people will benefit and how they can benefit from this. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. And this show continues after this time. All right, welcome back. Wherever you're watching, it's still the spotlight this beautiful afternoon. We're transmitting from the city of Barrie, live in Ontario, Canada, North America. And for those of you just joining us, I want to say thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's just that beautiful evening with a key bed. We're talking about something very important. A team of people, I call them game changers. Eco Club International. These guys are really, really, you need to go to their website. You need to see how you can support them. You know why? Because they are the game changers. They're the real MVP. They are doing great, impacted positively into the lives of people that left back home. And interestingly, like I asked the president, there is something special about these people. Is it because they're actually from the center of excellence? I don't think so. It's just the fact that they love home and they want to give back. So I think it's also a cue for all the communities watching. Let's learn to give back home and not just giving back strongly. Let's get back to the studio where I have my guest ready for me for the next sets of questions. Doctor, are you still there? Honorable Chief, you're still there. Thank you guys for
Still
being
there.
on the show. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at it. Now there is Mr. President. What is it about? That's the rave of the moment. When I go on social media platforms, I get bombed. Like I'm getting embarrassed. Like, what is it about this health program outreach you guys are planning? It's the talk of the moment. It's the rave. Like, people are talking about it. Can you tell us about it first before we go to Dr. Omotayo to actually, nail it and take it down to the next level?
All right, thank you so much for that wonderful question. The medical mission, as we know it, started in 2008. And since 2008, we will go back with medical doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers from the United States, Canada, and the UK. We'll go back to Nigeria once in 2 years. We'll take a lot of medication, a lot of medical supplies, and we'll go out to different locations in Lagos State to provide free medical services, free medication, and sometimes free referrals for surgery, and so on and so forth. We've been doing that since 2008, and it gets bigger every time we go to Lagos. In the past, we've had partnership with the Lagos State government to help, with the delivery, and we're still looking forward to partner with them this year, actually, because we're going back on the medical mission this year. That's the big thing. The medical mission, that's what my doctor Ogunyemi was talking about a minute ago, about how you will see people living the comfort, their lifestyles, their income, their family, living that back in the United States, Canada, and the UK, to go to Nigeria like, regular people and serve the community relentlessly without expecting anything in return. So when I came in as president, one of the things that I wanted to do differently is to be more readily available in providing those services for Lagosians. So rather than wait every 2 years to go to Nigeria to go and provide free medical services, we now started this mini medical mission, the Lagos Community Outreach Project. So similar services, but again, Honorable Ogunyemi is our liaison to Lagos, is our alpha and omega in Lagos. I'm going to defer to him to tell us the details and how people can benefit or participate in or partner even to execute the program. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Now, Dr. Omotayo, before you go into the details about this event, I want to ask a question based on the last explanation I got. I know Lagos, the center of excellence, is it's small but mighty. Not so much land, mass space, but in terms of population, it is heavy. We know the island, we know the mainland, and we know the interiors. When we begin to look at Koi and Okpaja going into Adeoye, look at them, like all those interland. Could you just give me a walkthrough? How have you people been able to pull? Like, do you reach out to the grassroots, which I feel like in terms of like, or just tell us which areas have you people in the past been able to focus on? Then we're going to come back to this new one. I want to have an insight.
So thank you again, Mr. Kim. The organization, when we say Lagos, we focus on all areas in Lagos. Lagos have 5 divisions. And whenever we start planning of any event, we take a look at all those areas. For example, from medical mission to food distribution during COVID, we've gone from Epe to Ikorodu to Alimosho local government to Lagos Island to Badagry and also to Okota, going to Isolo also. So we design our program where we can reach every aspect of Lagos. So if you cannot come to the events in Lagos Island, maybe your area is Alimosho. When we come to that area, you'll be able to attend. for people in the Badagry, when we take the medical mission or any activities to that area, they will be able to attend. So our main focus is whatever we do, we can touch all 5 divisions of Lagos. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that very beautiful insight. We are the Yorubas will say Ashe Meye Polakodi. We're still going to come to that topic, and we're going to really look at it. We'll look at the activities for the day, people how they can connect. We'll talk about partners, but I see that we're 30 minutes into the program, and something struck my mind. It's a question for Mr. President. Mr. President, I am also passionate about my community. I am from Ekiti State, Nigeria. That's where I come from. And something always I believe we would all agree that in terms of governance, in terms of blessings or favor upon Nigeria, one thing we lack. We have everything, but we just lack good governance. We like good leaders, people like the kind of people we in diaspora envisage to be on the wheels. Now, having said that, like that's just the normal excuse corner. Now, I look at it that for a moving force like you people, like I'm looking at it like, do you have plans in the future to adopt strategic implementation, like having a kind of a simple welfare system where like a simple food bank system that's going to be operational in particular areas, or like a simple like shelter kind of plan system, or a simple like food disbursement, like a food bank thing we have in the Western world here. Like, do you people have such plans to assist the government in terms of driving such initiatives? So, Mr. President.
Thank you again for your question. This is a very nice one. Coincidentally, a few days ago, one of our bankers in Nigeria was, we're having a conversation about housing, as a matter of fact. And she gave me an idea and an introduction into something, very close to what you're saying, providing housing and all of that. It's not something that we've done in the past, but the proposition that she gave me, it's something that I cannot turn down. So we're going to look at it. If it's something that we can afford in the short term, we might start working on it. But definitely it's something that we should look at in the long term. And, whatever will lessen the hardship on the people of Lagos, if we're able to do it, we're doing it.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. President. I am looking forward to that time where we will come again together and celebrate, because we can't rule out, when you look at the influx of social, not just like the capital people in diaspora contribute to Nigeria as a whole. It's among us. Now, I see also that we need to begin to defy that rule that politics is a dirty game, in the sense that those people in diaspora, we can't 100% leave governance or leave some things, left alone to the government. And that's like what you're doing is also supporting government, it's still helping to elevate the life of the people. So taking it to the next level, which, like you mentioned, would be a very great one. And I'm wishing Echo Club International all the best in this advocacy and support to the community. Going straight to my chief liaison officer, Dr. Omotayo, let's look at this event coming up. What dates is it? What are the activities? Are you able to run us through key areas in Lagos State as a whole where people can come out en masse and benefit from this? And now, for example, if I am being hypertensive, is it something people at home can also benefit from? Like let's look at the array of things and the services you'll be rendering that day in such a way that after this program, we're going to push these out on all our arsenals to make sure that Lagosians come. It's another good time. God bless those people in diaspora. God, they're here for us again. Let's go out en masse and benefit from this.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. The upcoming health outreach is going to be on July 13th of this very year, and it's going to be across the Palace of Osolo, which is very known by everybody. If you don't know it, once you get to Isolo, just say you're going to Osolo Palace. So the location is going to be right across the KBS's Palace. And remember, this program is designed as a pilot program, like looking at what we do in medical mission and trying to see how we can provide, like how the president said, provide health services, at least to help to mitigate through the barriers of the health care accessibility in Lagos. So what we're going to be doing in this program is one, we're going to educate our people on mental health, how to deal with stress. We're going to be doing talking about diabetes also, and also if there's a need for us to do blood check, um, take blood pressure. In the past, what we have done is we invite doctors from the nearby general hospital. So we liaise with them so that they come in, they do screening for people. And if there's a need for them to do a follow-up at the general hospital, they will write a note for them to come by to the general hospital. So what we are doing this time is just to make sure we educate people, not only just providing screening. Our people need to know that when you having certain sign of illness, what to do next. Not when you're already healed and you're already down. That's when you want to start treating yourself. They need to educate what you need to do first. For example, in the United States and Canada and London, we do yearly checkup, going to our doctor. Most of our people in Nigeria, they don't do that. Even when they have a sign of headache or they have a sign that can lead to heart attack, they don't know. That's why we are incorporating such programs to make sure we educate our people, and not only educating them. You know, our people are also hungry. For the truth to be told, people are hungry in Nigeria. I mean, we've seen it. We all have family members back home. They are hungry. They need food. And this is what Eco Club International is also doing to help the government and help people by incorporating food donation into our program. Not only that we educate them on health, we also provide food for them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Omotayo there. That was a brilliant response there. You know, education, I was really waiting for that, man. You guys are the best. Like, because education is really key. Like, people need to be orientated, like, so in such a way that, prevention gets more useful. My next question is for Honorable Chief Sahid Usi, the president of Eco Club International. In case you're just joining us, it's been a very beautiful moment with this team. And we're talking about the forthcoming event. It's a free health outreach program. Mr. President, my impression was that this event would be taking place at different locations around Lagos. But going by what your chief license officer just mentioned, Honorable Dr. Motayo Guyemi, he said it's going to be taking place only at the Isolo Palace. What are your, if that's actually the only place it will be taking place, what are your strategic plans for expanding in such a way that someone from far away, would still be able to benefit? And he also mentioned something about, understanding people are hungry. Would there be provisions for meal? And as the national president, what are the strategies to put in place in such a way that elders, seniors that will be coming wouldn't have to, line up, or like, the way we see things with pensioners, having to queue under the hot sun. What are those, on ground strategies you people have in place to ensure a smooth, safe, and impacting session on the lives of people of Lagos State with this program?
Thank you. That's a really interesting question. Let me clarify that there are two different programs. One program is the medical mission that we started in 2008 that happens once in 2 years. And with that, we have volunteers ranging from 60 to 80 going to Nigeria from the diaspora. So that's a big one. And when we do that, We normally will go to about 10, 12 different locations, and that will cut across the 5 divisions. We've been to places like Ekpe, Agbowa, Badagry, Alimosho, Lagos Island, Agege, Ikeja, Isolo, Okota, and a host of others. That's the big one. That's the one we're bringing closer to you. But what we started this year is what I call is the Lagos Outreach Project that I call the mini medical mission. Mini in the sense that the population that we are attending to is not so vast like for the medical mission. And we're only doing one location at a time to benefit the immediate community. That is the difference. So this is the small one. October 7 through October 21 this year is when we're having the big one, and we will cut across all the divisions, at least 2 locations per division, so that that's closer to you. You can readily join us and participate in that. Now, as far as crowd control, the medical mission team is vast, and again, we've done this for like 2 decades, so we have a hang of it. There are people. There's the medical team that does that consists of the nurses, the surgeons, the pharmacists, and of course the physicians. And what they do is assessment, diagnosis and treatment, and of course medications. We have a logistic team. We have a different team that's responsible for transportation, making sure that our volunteers are safely transported from our location at the hotel to the different locations where we're going to serve. There are people in charge of protocol and security and publicity and all of that. Now, when we get to the site, we make sure that people come and sit under canopies, and then from there they can be registered and then moved along the line in terms of seeing the nurse, getting your BPs checked, getting your sugar levels checked, and so on and so forth. Then sitting down again, waiting to see one of the many doctors that are on site. And once you see the doctor and the doctor recommends medication, you now go again and sit under the canopy so that you are shaded from the sun before you can get your medication. That is what we do with the big one. And with the small one, it's actually the same. When we started the small one in March, I was in Lagos. Dr. Omotayo was in Lagos. Sorry, phone call. Okay, so Dr. Omotayo was also in Lagos. And we made sure the same way. The focus group at that time were the elderly, I think 50 and above. So when they came in, we sat them down, they had water, and then on their way out, after being checked, they got supplements as well as food to take home that will last them for some time. So that's really how we play.
Thank you so much. That was interesting, and honestly, you guys from the Center of Excellence at times, we begin to envy you guys. That's really perfect. You give me kind of holistic mental imagery of my expectations, and I want to say a job well done. We're going to come back to this event again, and we're going to narrow it down to the dates, and we're still going to talk about it, how people can partner and get on board. But before that, I quickly just want to run through comments we got from I'll be able to just take these 3 top comments. So Lufumilayo Lumade, she says, kudos to Eco Club International. Great job, Extreme Media. Thank you so much. We have Bola Okoya. Good synopsis about the Medical Nation in conjunction with Free Health Outreach. Kudos to Mr. President and Dr. Oguyemi. Eco people are all there. We have someone all the way from that's Benue State. Dr. Adewale. He says to educate people on health and providing food for the people. Wow, great purpose. That's a very good one. Thank you so much. For those of you who would want to pass your comment, you could keep dropping them. We're going to reply to them. And what we do on this program is, we keep pushing it, and you could always watch it every time, anytime you want. It's going to be there for you for documentations. All right, still with me in the studios. these two perfect gentlemen, proud ambassadors, lovers of their community, and advocates for a greater Lagos state. That's what the simple way I'm going to define you people. Your selfless approach and everything. I want to ask Mr. President. For example, you guys are going back to Nigeria July 13th. Do you guys, is it the organization that funds the trip, or it's still selfless efforts? I want to imagine like it means I don't know, it's a level for me. Could you just answer that question, that we go to Dr. Motayo?
Okay, thank you so much for the prompt. This is the time where I take off my hat and salute all members of Eco Club International, founding, past and present, for your commitment and your passion for what we do in Lagos, the effort, the charity work, because without you, there can be no success. The success story that we're talking about today will be, misplaced. So thank you, Eco Club International members at home, in the US, in the UK, Canada, and wherever you are. So to answer your question, again, I described Lagosians as, very passionate people when it comes to Lagos State. So everything that we do, let me say about 90% of the achievements we've recorded is through the efforts of members. Our members are mostly professionals in, name any career, any field. We have people there that are making outstanding contribution in their fields. We have medical doctors, we have, IT gurus, we have attorneys, we have, just naming. So these people give selflessly of their money and time in making sure that we're able to continue doing what we do.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So on a lighter note now, when you tell me you have people from all walks of life, all genres, do you people have the people from the armed robbery field?
Well, what we have policemen who will ensure that those kind of people don't, get into our midst. They can't fit in, as a matter of fact.
Exactly. That was also the lighter mood. I know Lagosians are the real Omoluabis and
yes, hardworking people
and enjoy themselves. Mary. Okay. So Dr. Motayo, we have less than 10 minutes to be together on this show. Can we begin to narrow it down? I still have a question for the president, but could you tell us more about this forthcoming program? Let's just tell us everything we need to know now about it, in areas of expectation for partnership, in areas of address, the president mentioned transportation provisions will be made. I'm not very sure if it's for this. Give us that detailed record, the background information we need that would help people benefit from this program.
Okay. Thank you again for the question. The upcoming program that is going to be on July 13, again, is going to be located at Agbabiaka Street, right across, actually Agumbiade Street, sorry, right across the Osolo of Isolo Palace. And on that day, when people get there are going to be volunteers at the door ready to welcome them and register them so that they can also be seated before the event start. And in terms of partnership, this ongoing program, and we do need the help of people, not only our members, because we can count on our members. They give out a lot from in every event that we do, from donations to health outreach to medical mission. They do give out a lot, but we also counting on people, other organizations, people in Lagos that have the means to contribute. I mean, we know that majority of people in Lagos are poor, but we also know there are people that also have the funds to be able to help others. So we're calling on everybody. I mean, this is not an event that needs to only be carried by ECI. whatever happened to our state in Lagos happened to all of us. We all need to come together and help our states. Not only help our state, help people around us. We're reaching out to the organizations in the US because there's the new after our last program, there's the new discussion that the president just have with me, and he said it's time for us to start reaching out to other people. We have friends, we have colleagues, we have people that we do business with. We need to start reaching out to them and see how they can also contribute to the program. Personally, I feel like by not reaching out to people, we are cheating others from their blessings. You know, when you give out to people, more will be given back to you. So that's one of the stuff that we're going to be doing, reaching out to more organization. And if you are listening to us, you can go to ecoclub.org to donate to us. You can also go to www.ecoclubinternational.org also to donate. I mean, we're calling on everybody. I mean, from workers to business owner, government officials, everybody that can contribute to help people. We call on everybody. Please join hands with us so that we can help people who are in need. This is a critical time for our state, and we are in need to help people. And I can assure you that 100% of your donation is going to be going back to the people, only the people, because we go over there to Lagos to implement the programs, we go with our own, we buy our own tickets at our own free will. So we are not touching any donation that has been donated towards the program, either donation to health outreach that can also go to medical mission. The 100% of the donation is going to be going to people. I can well assure you that. So please join hands with us. We need you. We need everybody. Nobody is too small. Nobody is too big. No fund is too small. No fund is too big. We need you. Please join hands with us to help the people. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Omotayo. This is a clarion call, and this is where I am really concerned now. They've said it all. It's not about like Lagos is. We know how Lagos is. It's not just about Lagosians. It's a land. It's a land of immigrants. It's a land that welcomes everybody and people from all part of the world, not just only Nigerians, come to Lagos and they prosper, they flourish. This is a clarion call now that they're calling on everybody, no matter what it is, no matter how small it is, please, it's time to come out and support this global initiative. This is the future of Lagos indirectly. I'm going to have a chat with that. I'm hoping some other time we'll have a chat. And what we're going to look at, the future plans, these people, they are verified, they are viable, and they've been there over the decades. So this is the best place I think you can come and support. It's planting the seed, giving back to the community. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. Ogun Omotayo. Mr. President, I have this question. It's going to be my final. Okay, I have a very short other question for you before we go, Mr. President. Let's look at it. At times, I wouldn't want to say another Yoruba had it on this. Okay, but I look at it from the people, the government, the people back home. How has been your level of acceptability, your level of appreciation by the government and the people? How would you rate what it has looked like? Has it been enough motivating, more glorifying, more edifying that, if it's a minor or a major source of inspiration towards you people giving back more, especially the government? I want to hear what your service has looked like to them.
Thank you very much. Before I respond to your question, I appreciate the analysis that you gave about the fact that people traverse through Lagos towards liberty, so to say. Because when you come to Lagos, you will be blessed. And if there's anybody out there that has been blessed by virtue of their association, so to say, or presence or passing through Lagos, then this is an opportunity for you to also give back and pay it forward. So we are reaching out to everybody, organizations, even governments, because what we are doing is for the benefit of the people that are underserved, that are less privileged. And, we just try to make a positive impact. If you're able to change one person's life positively, then I think we've done something. So be a part of this effort. Come to ecoclub.org and, look for more information. Reach out to us. We are here. Let's partner in doing good things in Lagos. And may God bless you as, you consider that. Now, to the question about appreciation from government. In the course of my earlier conversation, I noted that the Lagos state government has been very supportive. They've partnered with us more than half of the time that we've executed the medical mission in Lagos. And that is significant, and we appreciate that. And again, currently we are speaking with the governor on supporting the next, the mission. So that conversation is ongoing, but that doesn't close the door to other people who wants to also give back, be a partner. The more the merrier. The more support we get, the more we can give to the people. And I also want to make a very important point. If we, as a body of about 500 people across the 25 chapters, if we have done something for 20 years with our own money, that speaks to the character of members of the organization. So your every kobo, your every dollar, you can be rest assured. If you can manage our own money, then your money is safe. So feel free to partner with us. We need all the money. We need all the supplies that we can get, for the benefit of the people that we serve in Lagos. And that's not the only thing that we do. I have said we work locally here. There are chapters here who are very visible in their local communities. There are chapters who have adopted group homes. There are chapters who have adopted other hospitals, and we will go there from time to time to provide service, to donate money, to donate food items. As a matter of fact, during our convention in 2021, when the convention that brought me as president, Eco Club International made a donation of $10,000 to the local food pantry in Baton Rouge. I don't remember exactly the name of the pantry as I speak to you, but we did present them a check of $10,000. So we're not only giving back to Lagos, we're giving back. We're very active in all the locations where chapters exist. So that's where I'd like to leave it for now. If you have any question, I know you said this is the last one, but I'm here for you.
All right, guys. Honestly speaking, this is how far we'll be able to go on this episode of the program. And in just 1 minute, Dr. Motayo, is there any phone number, emails, website address you just want to lay emphasis on just for 1 minute, and we round off the program?
Yeah, to know more about Eco Club International and to reach out to us, you can go to www.ecoclub.org. You will see every information you need. Please write to us if you have questions. You can also send the questions to us and we will respond. Thank you.
Let's have the final word from Mr. President in just 30 seconds, and we move on.
Well, thank you. I would like to use this opportunity again to thank all the members of Eco Club International, our friends, our supporters over the years for helping us drive the vision of the organization, which is to positively impact people within our communities in diaspora, but most especially in Lagos, Nigeria. As we speak, we have a team of about 5-6 that are already on the ground in Lagos ahead of the program that thank you for taking the trip. Our General Secretary, Dr. Lola Ogbara, thank you. Lola Ogbara Alugba, thank you so much. The PRO, Chief Mrs. Olabisi Kusulawa, thank you. The leader of the women, Eco Club Women Forum, Ajia Billy Keys, thank you so much. The Social Secretary of the organization from UK, Honorable Mary Adebiyi, Thank you so much. The other people that will be joining you, I wish all of you safe travels as you go to Nigeria. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We hope to hear from you as we continue with the good work.
All right, thank you so much for your time, most importantly. And I want to especially say thank you also for your the humanitarian gesture you're giving back to your host, your community where you come from. It is my prayers that you continue to get more support, more wisdom, and everything you need to keep executing. The objectives of this organization. And for people who, if you want to please reach out to them, feel free. EcoClubInternational.org, that's the website. When you get there, you have everything you need for a proper landing page. You can link up with the social media handles, and of course, you can communicate through the official email. And be rest assured that you are in safe hands in terms of dealing with these reputable ambassadors of Lagos State. This is how far I'll be able to go. Once again, on behalf of myself and my team, I want to thank you so much, Dr. Omotayo Ogunyemi and Honorable Chief Said Olushi, for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, so our esteemed viewers, wherever you're watching, don't forget to keep update with us in the next 2 weeks. We'll be having another beautiful episode of this program. And I'm hoping some other time I'll be able to have these wonderful people back again. I have a lot of questions. What time would permit us to take? This is how far I'll be able to get. Thank you so much, Mr. Yinka Tani, for being a part of the program. It's a great job, brothers. More blessings. Thank you also for joining us. You can keep sharing this content. You can share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And on behalf of myself, my team will say a good job, well done so far to Eco Club International, and we wish you all the best. We wish you Johnny Mercies as you go for this program. And when you return and plan for the October mega version, we wish you all the best. My name remains Akim Ogumilade. I'm your host on this show, the Spotlight Talk Show. It returns sometimes next 2 weeks. Have a great evening and stay out of trouble. And if you want to reach out to us for sponsorship details, please feel free. Of course, we are open anytime. The number to call, the email is right on the screen. It's goodbye on this episode. Bye.